Let's just put that out
I know, right? Or will we have an overtime as we have our 3-2-1 pills and both players out at the same time? JB surprisingly not going for that immediate double blue vertical, Betty.
there. I did notice that. Um, and I don't know if that was the play that I would have made. It did take another half of the blue in order to make that bring that down, but again, now they have no use for blues, so maybe it didn't matter.
Yeah, and looking over at Archer's board, a little bit of an issue there for that column 4 on their side. Setting up for a red-blue bracket clear, though. Gonna need some red help to do it, though. But this board for Archer, there's just so much blue to work through. I'm a little concerned that if some doesn't start to show up here pretty darn quick, this could
Look, I
be.
love that
Oh,
play.
that was
I
yeah,
love
that was a
that.
really nice play though by Archer. But right now, JB just needing quite a bit of yellow actually to get through the rest of this board.
Mhm. But is taking the lead here, and Archer's gonna have to clear out that, trash in column 4 in order to get at this red, or maybe underclear. It looks like nope, gonna clear it out, get a clear mind going into these reds. Did play that red-yellow on the red instead of maybe the yellow, oh, is okay. We had a little bit of a pause on JB's side, but now they're both into it fairly even with that pause.
Yeah, JB got out at a 127, Archer out at a 131. Still very close here, going into level 5. 2 levels remaining after this one in this first game. A lot of yellow for Archer. Probably, I think, looking to
Look,
set up this horizontal, gets it in the form of a T on the left side. But now the problem for Archer is this yellow on the right. Really probably still wanting to go horizontally with that. We'll see if that plan
yep,
comes to fruition and with that setup is able to get it. Now just
beautiful.
a little bit of garbage in column 6, but you see that's already set up to do some really nice things, Betty.
Yeah, look at this. And they saw it, exactly what I was hoping for. That
Oh,
beautiful clear. You know I like some fireworks, and Archer just gave us some fireworks.
because Archer, you're a firework. Anyway, JB now down to his final 3. Also, Archer down to their final 3. JB just needing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more yellows to get out. Archer finally opening up access to that blue. Although gonna need yellows either way. Curious to see where that double yellow was gonna go. It ends up going on column 8. As JB gets out at about 3 minutes, Archer right behind at a 3:04, still very close here, going in our penultimate level.
Mhm. I like the color diversity of JB's board a lot. Able to kind of put a have a place for every combo or color combination that he's getting. And look, a beautiful combo clear for JB, bringing down their board. Still very, very clean.
Yet Archer had an opportunity to make a blue T with that double blue. Elected not to do the horizontal. Interesting decision. Has now since cleared that out. And ooh, a little bit of a misdrop there with those yellow blues. Wanted that flip the other way. Not going to be too detrimental though. Already has it cleaned up. Now a red yellow here would be really great for Archer, and there it is.
Beautiful.
Gets that nice little drop clear. Looking pretty clean for Archer now. Looking over at JB's board, he's already got 5 viruses remaining in this level 6. JB just been on an absolute tear today, waiting for the reds, waiting for the blues. Has an opportunity for horizontal blue here. He does go for it. Really nicely done, JB.
Yeah, and one thing to note in this round two, we still are playing the 4 to 7 bracket. So JB going into his final round here, whereas Archer just needs some yellow help again. This has been the story of their round here, just needing a ton of yellow, and we'll hope the doc gives it. Hopefully.
Yeah, and it's interesting because yellow is statistically one of the more common colors in this game. It's not by a lot, But it is, just ever so slightly a color that pops up more. And as Archer does get that out at a 5 minutes flat here, a half a level behind JB though. JB already down to
Oh,
16, but a little bit of a misdrop there. Not going to be too detrimental for him. One more blue, yellow, well, any blue really, will trigger that and set that off. It
look
is
at.
going to take away
Mhm.
the clear setup that he had for the Reds, but already got that open and set up again.
Mhm. And it makes it to where you have to utilize more pills to clear the thing that you already had set up. So sometimes it's also a mental game of, man, I already did this, and but JB is still in the lead here, by now 9 viruses. So we'll see how he attacks this, and needing a lot of yellow on their side as well, but Archer keeping such a even board, and surging back, and oh, look at this, beautiful, and able to take down that and have everything set up where they needed it. um you know JB still has a little bit of trash if they take this red horizontal. They're not going to. Good play, good foresight. Out at a 620, which Archer has already passed, so JB will take that first crown.
Yeah, GG's to both players. I was getting really concerned for JB. He had that yellow rush going on, and unfortunately wasn't able to use it because the only yellow virus he had underneath a red virus. Archer gets out at a 6:34, 14 seconds between these players. Um, really, really close. Really, really great to see.
We love our close matches, and something we love even more than our close matches is our deciders. So our crows need to be fed. They are getting hungry. So we will see if we get a decider out of these two when we go into our next match.
Yeah, absolutely. And just throwing this out there, in the gold bracket, we had two overtimes. As memory serves, I don't think we've had an overtime in silvers yet. I could be wrong on that, but if there was ever going to be an overtime, it would be this match.
Hmm. And we have readies from both of our players in chat, so we'll get started with that countdown in just a moment here. JB is not on the level select screen, but he knows what he's doing. Gonna get that ready.
And both players playing on high speed and off, as we have our 3, 2, 1 pills.
Here we go. And Archer out of
Interesting,
the gate first here.
interesting starting boards for both players.
Yes.
Looking at Archer's board, it's really kind of split down that column, that column 3 and 4, potentially looking at quite a bit of drop time here. Both very vertical boards. You see JB bringing a lot of stuff towards that bottom, trying to avoid as much drop time as possible, doing a nice job. And but the thing is that the
Wow.
drop time he is taking, it's making clears. So he's doing a really nice job here, but Archer, my goodness, already down to one virus, gonna be out
Wow.
at 44 seconds, just blazing through that level 4.
I was just watching Archer put knowing exactly where they wanted to place every single pill that they got. And it was just amazing to see that. Sometimes the hardest part of this game is like, where do you want to play something? But Archer did not have a second, guess at that. And just tearing down at this level 5 as well, JB joining Archer in it, and gonna have a little bit of, probably some drop time here in order to clean this all up.
Yeah, I like that play that JB made to get that horizontal. It does leave him with a tiny bit of garbage there at the bottom of his board. But he's already got plans to take that out pretty darn quick here. It is now 9 viruses for Archer after that pretty nice little combo there. And 13 for JB. JB again dealing with some verticality on this board. Really curious to see what he's going to do with this double red. Is he going to go? He's going to go column 1. Now has the opportunity
Ooh,
for a
no.
ooh, that misdrop though.
You could see what they were trying to do. Oh, and then having to take down that a little bit. Definitely putting JB on the back foot here with that misplay. But he's able to clear this, and once he clears these yellows in column 5, we'll have an underclear with the reds. But Archer is now onto their level 6 already, so definitely put JB a little bit behind there, joining at a 228 into level 6.
Yeah,
Wow,
nice play by Archer. Yep.
beautiful.
Yeah, I want to make this note. You mentioned JB needing to clear out the yellows first, or the red first, in order to get down to the yellow at the bottom of his board. He did have the opportunity to do that a couple pills earlier, didn't go for it.
Mhm.
I don't know if he didn't see it or what, but it would have been a slightly better play for him. He probably would have got out just a little bit quicker if he had done that. But as it stands right now, a 10 virus game.
Wow.
JB holding pretty good pace here with with Archer. And Archer again though just flying through this. Oh, and I love
Look
that
at this.
setup with the
Oh, I
red
love
yellow.
it.
Gets the
Now I
horizontal, drops into another horizontal. Excellent play.
Now, I will say I probably would have used that at that double blue and save that clear for a single blue to kind of maintain those pill halves, because this game is decided and won with pill halves. So it's those type of efficiencies that you get as you continue to practice, but still a great play and a great combo by Archer, and showing some more great combos.
Yeah, absolutely. Now JB just desperately needing some red to get out of his board. Um, Curious to see how he's going to end up clearing this blue out. I think ultimately horizontally might be the way to go.
Yeah,
But no, he's going to go from underneath, maybe.
yeah. I'm just I'm watching Archer play, and it's a whole different thing. I think the nerves got out on the first game, and now this is their time. So it's gosh, it's wonderful to watch.
Yeah, JB now getting out at a 423, but 18 viruses behind. And I mean, at the same time, though, we saw Archer come back and from half a level behind
Hmm.
and only finish about 14 seconds behind JB in the first game. This is not over yet. Looking at Archer's board, it's pretty left heavy. Looking to take that yellow out horizontally and drop some stuff down to start the setup for the blue. Oh, and look at that. Sets up
Beautiful.
the red
Hmm.
horizontal. Still some garbage on top of that double blue in column 3, but really not going to be too terrible to clear out.
Hmm. I'm liking the string of plays that they're putting together. They're seeing the horizontal that they can take. I like that thought by Archer. Oh, that was a beautiful play. I did not see that, and it did set up the horizontal clear on Archer's side. Just needing one more yellow out at a 530, 531. Great playing by Archer, taking this crown and giving us the decider that we all want.
Absolutely, JB passed that mark. What a great game from both players. I think JB just got a little bit hung up by the RNG
Hmm.
in this one, which can happen. It stinks. Me more than a lot of people. I know that feeling. But we've all
But
been
you
there. Yeah, right. 25 seconds out of 556. He's not happy about it, but chat's excited. We have our decider. Get your crows in the chat. Get your caws in the chat. I say this every time I call a decider. Get your tuppence out. We're gonna feed the birds.
only tuppence a bag.
Yeah,
And
that's
you
a
can
bargain,
throw them
folks.
to DrMC in the form of bits, or we have a merch store too. Just a plug there. We have a lot of people behind the scenes doing some amazing things to make sure that this all happens and runs smoothly. So any bits and stuff that you give goes right back to that effort. So if you feel so moved. But we're just getting ready here for our last and final match between Archer and JB.
Absolutely. And we do appear to be in an ad break. for about another 17 seconds if you're live here on Twitch. Um, so, yeah, um, Decider, let's do this. I'm excited.
Mhm. And I did wanna see what, Archer's previous best time was because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that was a PB, time for them.
Well, I've got it up right here. Archer's best time in 4 to 7 is a 5:31. So that unless that was just updated, that ties.
Wow,
I don't think it was updated because I hadn't refreshed my page.
that's fantastic, though.
Yeah. So can we get some PB strats from Archer, from JB? Hey, from both, that'd be awesome. 5:31 hot time back in September. Thank you, Jay, for that little tidbit of information.
So matching PB.
Yeah,
That's just as good because it brings down that average and it shows what these the work that both of these players and all of our players in the brackets do. So if I'll take this moment also to mention our website. If you guys have not seen that, all the stats and all the behind the scenes of entering all of our times and stuff, it's a a project of love, and it's just awesome to get to dig in. When did I get that PB? And you can just go through all of the matches and all of the monthly tournaments. So thank you to Floyd and DM Hero for getting that created for us.
absolutely. It takes a village, folks, and we've got a great village here at the DRMC, and we've got a great chat too. We've got great players. It's a great community. Come on and
Mhm.
join us. Join our Discord. We have readies, and we will have our countdown momentarily. Betty, why don't you do the honors?
Oh, I would gladly. Three, two, one. Pills.
Hills. Insert Savage air horn here.
I can't do it. No. Oh.
JB going to town already on this level, down to 2 blues
Oh.
remaining. Oh, look at that play from Archer.
Does
Both these
Archer have, like, I don't know, ESPN? ESPN.
ESPN.
You know what I mean. All of you know what I mean.
Did
But
it
definitely saw the pills before before they happened.
dude, did they get ESPN in the UK? I don't even know. Oh, but goodness, look at JB's board. So much yellow. One red, one blue, 7 yellows on his board. Both of these boards are pretty stacked there on either one side or the other. Actually, both on the right side for both of these players. JB really needing yellow to get down. Oh, surprised he didn't go ahead and take the drop time. Because it would have opened up the red yellow on the other side. He would have had a few less viruses now. It would have taken some drop time, yes, but a little bit more efficient play for JB. Archer with this undertalk out at a 114. JB going to be right behind at a 119. This is very close. This is exactly what we want to see.
Sorry. Yes, so both of them showed a lot of, not necessarily over comboing, but just a lot of plays that they were building up to, and it did take quite a bit to do that in level 5 or level 4, but both of them getting into this level 5. Archer with just a slight lead in virus count, and this wonderful drop clear, uh continuing to take some more viruses off the board.
Yeah, it's a very, very, very slight lead. But you look at the board health, they've both got so much red that they're gonna have to deal with. But Archer, look at this, getting a red rush, waiting for that red yellow that signifies it is the end, finds it there. And interestingly enough, Betty, prioritizing the red over the yellow. I'm not sure if I agree with that play.
You might not have agreed, like, but yellows are coming when they needed it, so it was definitely the play in that level. So Yeah, I could see it go either way there. But Archer out first into this level 6, and JB just needing a few more reds.
It's one red for JB. There it is, out at a 243. Only a 2 virus game here. Now, Archer does have the advantage of being in the level first and has some setups going. But it
Wow.
and that was a great, but it looks a little bit messy when you first look at it. But
Mm-hmm.
but now that the setups are triggered and gone, it's a lot cleaner.
Mm-hmm. And on JB's side, not a lot of blue to speak of on the top line. So trying to break in to get ways at these blues and doing a really good job there. I would have liked to see that blue maybe tucked a little bit because then it would have dropped down in that column 8 to where they needed it. But oh, see the building of combos, all those pill halves that JB is using. It looks pretty, but it is taking up time and pills to take that down. Whereas Archer is now down to just one yellow remaining.
Yeah, and there it is out of the 346. JB about 13 viruses behind Archer at this point. Really going to have to step up his game if he wants to come back and take this. Looking at Archer's starting board here, pretty diverse top line. A little bit more blue than I usually like to see at the top. But always doing a really nice job here already to start to work down through the start of this beginning board. And has the opportunity to undertuck a double red in column one. I don't think it's the best play because it will take away the blue that's already set up there. But not even going for it, so it's really not an issue.
Hmm. JB now joining into this level 7, and there is about a 15 virus difference, something like that. But yeah, so he is behind the game here, but making some quick plays as he's doing is bringing this virus count even closer.
Yeah, 25 to 11 now. JB with some really nice setups takes about 2 seconds worth of drop time there though in his column four. Every row is about a quarter of a second. So and that'll add up. The more you have, but it looks pretty good for Archer
Wow.
here. This final red out at a 5:15, and that is the game, the match, and a new PB for ArcherLewys.
PB strats indeed. Great job, Archer. Great job, JB, for bringing this back as quick as they did. JB is has been doing this for a while and is one of our OGs, and he's showing all that work he puts in. Um, Fantastic job here. We'll let them finish out, getting a double yellow, placing that, just needing a little bit more help here.
Yeah. And not just one of the OGs, Betty, but the founder of the
Hmm.
DrMC Speed Monthlies. Out at a 5:57, this series between JB and Archer is now tied at 2-2. I hope we see them play again next month, break this tie. Uh, but for now, we're going to move on to another match